Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I had my trip down to Annapolis Royal, and spent a couple days with my sister and her husband Daniel. It was a good trip. Nice to see them again. And thanks for hosting me, I guess, for a couple days. And I toured around down there and handed out some business cards, and had a meeting with a contractor down there. So I mean, things are looking up, but that kind of work won't kick in until fall, like the beginning of fall. So we'll need to still find stuff to keep busy. And we got the in the back of the truck. We got that dealt with and gave a little bit of a bath. And I stopped at Home Depot on the way up and picked up some sheets for the front of the fifth wheel, so we can close that area in. And I picked up the bubble wrap to go around the outside, so that's something we'll dig into tomorrow and get that going. So I have the bulk shed. This stuff is like crazy expensive. It's like $165 Canadian a roll. So the height I need, I think it's about 20 inches, and it doesn't come in 20 inch sizes. So I bought the bigger roll, and I'll just cut it in half. And there's 50 feet on that roll. So when I cut it in half, I'll have 100 feet, which will more than be enough to do around the camper, like the lower part around the camper, right? And then this will be sheathed in, and then we'll put insulation in between the 2x4 studs on the inside, and maybe a bit of drywall over where the stove is going to be behind it. Keep that from getting too hot. Some of you guys in the comments were worried about it being too small of a space for this big stove, but the plan is not to overload this stove and have it like super hot. I'm just trying to take the chill off the underbelly and like heat the underbelly and stuff like that, and vent the heat into the space. It doesn't get super cold here in Nova Scotia. So I think the coldest day I seen it last year, like that was only for like a day or like maybe 2 days, was like, I think it dropped down to like -25, -30. That's not that bad. I actually went out camping, like tent camping in that, and stayed in my tent for that cold snap. And it was nice and cozy in there. So I'm not worried about it being there. I'm not going to have like crazy amounts of heat. Like this is not going to be glowing red hot or anything like that. So it'll be carefully monitored, right? So that's where the stove is going to go. And like I said, this is all metal up here too, and underneath here is all metal. So, and there's insulation in there too as well. There's not much insulation in that floor. It's only like an R8 or something, but that's the plan for tomorrow, is to close everything in around the camper. It'll stop the wind from blowing underneath there too, right? So the floor won't get cold in the winter because the wind won't be able to get in there, and this will be producing lots of heat, and that'll go underneath this space here. It'll go down and hit the ground. It'll come up, hit here, hit the floor here, go through the vents, and then drop back down, and it'll flow underneath there and keep the tanks and everything nice and warm. So that's the plan. I mean, really, it only needs to keep it at like, if it could keep the inside of the camper at like 15 to 20 degrees, that's fine. That's all you need. You don't need it any hotter than that. Any hotter than that, it's too hot, right? You're not going to be able to sleep. So yeah, that's the plan for that. Just making some dinner. Got some pork sausages frying up with some Kraft Dinner. I'm going to mix them in with the Kraft Dinner. These are done. Mix them in with the Kraft Dinner and have some bread with that, and bread and butter with that, and that'll be a meal. Just gotta wait for the noodles to cook. They're not done yet. It's kind of windy here today. Trees are blowing around quite a bit. The dogs had a blast down at my sister's. They were playing with my sister's dog Loki, and she's got like a big farm, right? So they just run and run and run and run and don't stop until they're like dead. They're all ran out of energy. Yeah, that was a good time. They got the windshield. They quoted me 3 hours to fix the windshield, but I think they got it done in like an hour and a half, 2 hours. So, and that cost me $250 deductible. I should take down the tape off that. I don't need that on there now. Just find my keys. Where are they? Oh, they're in the shed door. There we go. Still have some rocks and debris from picking up that the gravel. Okay. Should be good to take this off now. It's been like 24 hours. So. Good thing that didn't break. The sunroof in this, I can't imagine how much it costs to replace that. That'd be crazy. I was too scared to ask them how much that glass was to actually replace if you weren't running it through insurance. It's like, yeah, don't even tell me. I don't want to know. It's a power sliding center glass with like, it's heated, and can't imagine those are crazy expensive. Tires one, and they gotta happen before winter comes. I think I'm gonna see if I can get a set of what are these 35s, right? Yeah, I think I'm gonna see if I can get a set of cheap Chinese 35s. They usually run about $1,000 for a set of 4.